The designer chosen is Peter Schlumbohm for the What Was Good Design project. Schlumbohm was born on July 10, 1896 in Kiel, Germany. He studied chemistry at the University of Berlin and psychology under one of its founders. Shortly after graduating from high school, he joined the army to fight for his country and to also discover the cause of the First World War as an artillery brigade captain. Immediately upon his return in 1918, Schlumbohm gave up his inheritance in his father's chemical business in exchange for an agreement with family members to support his education for as long as he wished to stay in school. After graduating university in 1931, Schlumbohm brought his designs with him to the United States to try to sell paint rights. Despite advice from business contacts that business conditions were desperate, and was successful enough to sell the rights of a vacuum bottle design for several $1,000s to the American Thermos Bottle Company. He later then relocated to New York City in 1936 because he was interested in the paint system. Schlumbohm also designed a Chemobile, a squat family car featuring a cylindrical cab with panoramic windows which offered passengers a vantage point, but it never made into production. During his lifetime, Schlumbohm painted more than 300 different devices and eventually made it into the New York Museum of Modern Art's permanent collection, everything from an electric fan to a cocktail shaker. In his collection, there was one which is the Chemex coffee maker that stood out most. In reference to Dieter Rams' principle of good design, good design is as little as possible. As it is easily shown, the Chemex avoids any unnecessary functions, keeping its simplicity, making it easier to also understand how one uses the product. The second principle, good design is long-lasting. The form used on the Chemex makes it simple to produce excellent coffee and can be easily made even in modern times because it only needs a few materials in order to reproduce it. The third principle is good design is thorough down to the last detail. Schlumbohm's creation is part chemist funnel, part Erlenmeyer flask, made simply from non-porous borosilicate glass, a chemically inert material that does not absorb odors or chemical residues, and fastened with a wooden collar and tie in the middle of its hourglass curves. Even the filters were designed to be thicker than other companies to help elevate the flavor of the coffee, without imparting any flavors of its own. The details Schlumbohm put into the design of the Chemex helps maximize the flavor and the quality of the coffee, while avoiding unnecessary materials that may affect the flavor in the process. The fourth principle, good design makes a product understandable. The simplicity and the process of the Chemex enables consumers to make good coffee without a well-written list of instructions with ease. The last principle, good design is unobtrusive. As the Chemex is a good example because the design does not have unnecessary functions, since at the time he only made it to make good coffee. Schlumbohm developed his products by breaking down appliances to their essentials and making them work better. This just shows that he gets ordinary ideas and refines them until it can maximize the purpose of the product. As it is an efficient way to design, it would also help if I use this process when creating my own work, because I tend to easily skip some of the design processes and go straight into it, making it harder during the final stages, and can also help me improve areas that I tend to struggle with.